KonKuma Yaho Kumae Riko Geishu. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, you bozos. How are you guys doing? I'm gonna just say it right here. I'm so tired. Welcome in. No, I just had a long shift today. I could ramble about how much I hated today, but you know what? I won't do that to you guys today. I can always trauma dump my day to you guys another day. But today I'm excited to hear you trauma dump me. I thought you were gonna say, I'm so lonely. No! How could I feel so lonely when you guys are here? Wow, that was cringe. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Let me say hi to those who came in. Hello, El Gripino. Hello, Brian. Hello, Mar. Welcome in. Hello, Baggins. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Fezok. Welcome in. Hello, Ahmad. Welcome in. Hello, Keishan and True. Welcome in. Hello, Baggy. Hello, hello, Zephyr. Welcome in. Hello, hello, Jellyshot. Welcome in. There's only 25 minutes left for Valentine's Day, right? It's literally a Riko. Any holiday I do on this channel, it's always the last 25 minutes of it, you know? Hi, welcome in. Oh, I thought it was mad late. It was a nice surprise. Hi, Strider, welcome in. Hi, Coda, welcome in. Yeah, welcome, welcome. You know, I was actually kind of concerned with today's stream because when I initially posted the link for people to write their stories, I only had like 2 entries for like 2 days, and I was like sweating bullets. I was like, oh, I guess everyone's life is just so damn perfect, isn't it, huh, guys? Hello, welcome in, Pinpoint. Hello, Layla, welcome in. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, only 2 entries? I guess I have to trauma dump you guys about my life. But no, it turns out we have 25 entries. So let's go. Let's freaking go. Rijo sweat. Stinky, you're stinky. I'm pretty stinky right now, honestly. Perfect love life, 0 is perfect. Maybe. Okay, we have 25 still. Awesome. Anywho, I tried my best not to read most of it. I just skimmed through it, but not really like remembering any of the details, just so I can moderate a little bit here and there. But in total, I think we should be good. I think we should be good. ISP acting again? Was it acting? Was it playing with your heartstrings? Ah, please. I hope my ISP is okay. That would be bonkers if it all of a sudden it started not working. But yeah, it should be fine. I also submitted one as well, Riko, even though I already have a not so perfect partner in life. What? You're married, for God. God damn it. A small hiccup. Okay. I guess we could start. Or should I just trauma dump my day to you guys first and then we start? Chat. Isn't that what mods are for? That's true. That's true. I just forgot I had some. I forgot I had mods. That's crazy. I did a little refresh, so it's good on my end. Imagine having stories. Let's hear about your day. Okay. So, okay. So today, I woke up super early as usual because I've been dog sitting my friends' dogs, right? Since they're out of the country, and so all is well with that. I go to the restaurant, and then everything's all good. Like, we have everything ready to start the day for Valentine's Day because it's a holiday. It's one of like our biggest holidays that we work. We work during this time, so like ka-ching, money all around, right? But did I tell you guys I recently have like new tenants in the plaza and stuff? Well, anyways, our new neighbors, they technically own, like they technically own the whole plaza. Technically, they don't actually own it for real, but they basically rented the whole plaza except our restaurant, right? And they, being a good neighbor, you would think they would tell us ahead of time that they're going to have an event, right? But while I was getting ready, one of my mom's customers calls our phone, and then she was like, "Oh, is your restaurant closed today? Is it closed today?" And we're like, "No, it's not closed. It should be open." And then she was like, "Oh, well, I can't get into the plaza because they blocked off the entryways for both the exit and the entryway." And I was like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" So of course I go outside and I see all these cones, and I was like, "What's happening? Did do we have a pickup again with like the water line? Like, what's happening?" And I turn to my right, and then I see this guy's face plastered on this like banner, and it's like this guy going with a thumbs up, and I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And I looked down, and there was a little stage, and then I was like, "Oh, is there an event that they didn't tell us about?" So of course, naturally, I would go to my neighbor, and I'll be like, "Hey neighbor, what's happening? We have customers trying to come into the restaurant and eat." And they were like, "Oh, sorry, no can do. We're closing the entrance and the exit because a famous YouTuber is here, and there's lots of kids running around." And all of us were like, "Okay, that's cool, but like, why not tell us this? Why not tell us this?" Yeah, it was so rude. And then they were like, "Oh, we're going to be here for 2 hours." And then like, okay, fine, 2 hours. What the heck, right? But like, come on, you can tell us ahead of time, no? But no, they didn't tell us anything. And then like, all of a sudden, I hear like crummy EDM music going, boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, all this for a YouTuber? And then all of a sudden there was singing. There was singing all around. And then I kid you not, there was drones, and then there was like people with their camera cinematographers, and it was like old decrepit men taking like film of this guy's performance. And then none of the kids were dancing. They were just there, I guess, singing, but they weren't dancing. And I was just like so confused, and I was like, is this like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? I've never seen this guy in my life. And then apparently, this guy is the Mr. Beast of Armenia. The fuck is that? You bet the YouTuber was related to our tour neighbor. I'm grateful Riko isn't cringe like that guy. I don't know, but I was just like, and on top of that, did walk around with the big signs to promote your shop? No, it just literally happened today. I don't know who this guy was. It was like something comedy, and the guy almost has like 1 million subscribers. So I was even shook about it. But like who are you? And then the audacity. Okay, and the audacity of this is that the parents of these children, right? They came to our patio of the restaurant. They literally took over the patio and made a fucking mess. And who was the one who cleaned it up? Me! Me of all people! What the fuck is all this? Apparently this guy's a Mr. Beast. Oh, that's not bad. Alarming. Dude, that's so rude. Riko ate the hit with the kids. I was so mad. I demand compensation. I was like, Mom, can we just tell our landlord that, like, you know, they're not being respectful? And then my mom was just like, no, leave it alone. You know, it's just that, like, we don't want to have any trouble. And I'm like, Mom, they're literally stepping on us. What do you mean? So yeah, I don't know. I was really mad. And on top of that, it wasn't 2 hours. It became 4 hours. And I was so mad even more. I would have called the landlord. We have customers. I was so mad. And then, like, I was so mad. And then afterwards, like, like, customers came in finally, right? Because, like, they finally, oh, no, actually, no. So after the 4 hour mark, right? They, like, opened up the entrance and the exit, and then, like, you know, you would think that the cars would disappear then. No, their fucking cars came into the plaza and took all the parking spots, and then they had a freaking meet and greet signing. And then, like, afterwards, like, when they finally left, like, the customers came in and they were like, and this made me even more angry. They were like, wow, why is it so quiet at the restaurant today? It's Valentine's Day. Gee, I wonder why it was so quiet today. Because there was a freaking YouTuber taking over. This has got to be a violation of renting the contract. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, anyways, that's my rant for today. But, like, you know, during the actual shift of, like, our customers coming in, it was fine. It was fine. I had a lot of fun. I was actually, like, diner dash again, and then I ran away. I ran around and stuff like that. But, like, I think the most I'm super tired of is not from the running around. It's more of the tiredness of, like, talking to a lot of customers, you know? So, yeah, I'm kind of tired with that, but you know what? It's okay. Now I'm streaming, and I'm not really, you know, I'm actually, I feel way better now after just trauma dumping you guys. Okay, anyways, you guys ready? You guys ready for some stories of the Kumapans and their love life? I'm excited. Let's start now. Hi. 始めたいと思います。それではスタート. Okay. How is that? Okay. I might be blocking text, but it's okay, guys. Yes, spill some tea. Did you get Valentine's chocolate from your customers? No. I got big fat tips though. Okay. Well, okay, let's go. Entry number 1. Ooh. Here's a story about Heartbreak and the one that got away. It's one that's an ongoing saga. Huh? Damn, I like this intro already. Okay. I met this girl on a shipbuilding game Discord server over 3 years ago. She added me and asked if we could be friends, and we hit it off. Ooh, that sounds pretty nice. We would game together and become good friends, but we didn't get super close till around a year ago. Okay. How did the Fresh Prince go? In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Okay. She helped talk me through some difficult times and through my anxieties. And I helped her with her difficulties. One late night, I confessed my feelings to her. I told her I really liked her. Okay. That sounds pretty good. that she was the cutest and nicest person I know. She told me she liked me too, but she wasn't sure if it was in that way. Oh no! This is so sad already. Okay. I hope she's not leading you on. Okay. We ended up getting pretty close, talking to the late hours of the night, talking about how life's been treating us and lifting each other up. I was there for her when she was being mistreated by her former roommates / ex-friends. And she was there for me when I was falling to my mental demons. We even thought about moving in together at one point. Ooh. Wow, it was like that. It was that intimate. Okay, I kept huffing on the hopium for way too long that we would be together, though I was thinking about her every hour of the day. Oh, it's so intense. Oh no. Okay. We ended up meeting for the first time at Off-Kai. At Off-Kai? Okay. And we had a lot of fun. And at the end of each day, she would give me a big hug. Oh my god, your first time meeting each other was at Off-Kai? So this has to be, yeah, this was super recent. Okay, she was the first non-family person to give me a hug. After the final day of Off-Kai, we drove up the hills and went stargazing till the late of night. She dropped me off at my house and gave me a final long hug before she went back to her motel before driving back home. That's so romantic. That's so fucking romantic. What is this? And it's the one who got away? Con girlfriends don't... That's a thing, guys? Oh god. I still vividly remember that hug. It was so warm, so tight, and it felt so safe at the moment. I ran back into the house and burst into tears, not out of sadness, but happiness. She told me I was welcome to visit her anytime should I want to make a trip. She also jokingly told me that I need to be a better hugger, but it still felt nice. Not necessarily true, Boggy. Often true, but oh no. Okay. 6 months later, while I was up visiting her and some other friends, there was this new friend in the circle that she was pretty close to. They were a chill. When I returned home, I then found out that they were together! Oh! No! Should have no! This is so sad! Hi, welcome in. I was absolutely devastated. I'm devastated for you too! That night, I drowned in a bunch of alcohol like you should and drunkenly cried to her. Oh! She kept reassuring me that we are always gonna be friends, and she wasn't going anywhere, but I didn't want to lose her. Oh, it's gonna, oh, bro. Oh, that's gonna, I don't know if I could be friends after all that. That's a lot of feelings, you know. Oh god. Okay, there's more to this. The weeks following that, they were extremely difficult. Her with her partner was always on my mind, and it wasn't uncommon for me to break down into tears, just wishing that she was with me to comfort me. Even just hearing her voice and in the background of my friend's voice chat, they all live together, would make my mood plummet. So I ended up keeping my distance from my primary friend group and in turn her for a bit. Of course. Oh God. And as for now, I've been doing a bit better working through the heartbreak, but there are days that are still difficult. Letting go of years worth of feelings and fantasies in a monumental challenge, and some days I still fail. No, I understand. If you're attracted to your friend, then you are just waiting for your turn. Ugh. I don't, like, sometimes people do that. They just linger around, but they like don't, but this person needs to let go. You need to be able to find your happiness with another person. If they don't have the if they don't want to, you know, it's just so many things to think about. You know, there's a little bit, that's a little on the mark in my case. Really? We are still good friends, and I feel immensely lucky to have a friend like her, even if she was someone at the moment. She tells me that she cares about me and worries about me a lot, always hoping that I'm doing okay and I won't do anything stupid, and I'll make it till the next time we meet. Gradually changing my mindset has also been helping, remembering that her partner is my friend too, and that we and the others are all in one friend group, and that she isn't going to be third wheeling me. Yeah, defriender. Oh my God. I feel like if you have really like strong emotions for someone and you could and they don't like you back and you can still be friends with them, like, not a lot of people can't do that in general because it's just so excruciating. But if you're okay with it, then like, power to you. I'm just hoping that you're doing okay. Okay, anyways, there are a few songs that I listened to that remind me of her and our friendship. Separate Ways, World, okay, I see. Oh my God, there's just so many songs. Give them a listen, they're great songs. I do like these songs. I especially really like Bird Brain, and I also like Monitoring as well. That's good songs. I like all of these songs. Okay, thank you for reading this, Riko. Writing it all down really helped me deal with these emotions. Well, thank you for sending that to me. Ooh, it's so sad though. It's okay. You're gonna find someone way better than that. Next off, Kai, I'll hug you. See, Ibagi will hug you. Boggy will hug you. Sounds like the case of cut ties with them before it gets worse. But, you know, if they're okay with that, then you just have to leave it like that, you know? Okay, next one. Hello, Riko. This is one of your VTuber friends. Hehe. But you'll never know.
Bozo.
Who is it? Conrad, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Arigato. Happy Valentine's Day, Riko. Now we do the emotional damage stream. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. It's not good to be close with friends with someone you are attracted to, because when you do finally get into a relationship, your significant other will be sus about that friendship. That's kind of true. VTuber friend. Who is this? Mystery VTuber friend. That was perfectly timed, right? Oh my God. Who is this? Okay, hello, okay, so, teehee, but you'll never know, although maybe the story might clue you in. Anyway, so this story starts in Korean class, where the girl I liked had to answer to the professor that her favorite K-pop idol was Jungkook from BTS. Okay. So, there was this Facebook page for anonymous confessions for our university, and I decided to submit one where I basically wrote, the girl I like said her favorite member of BTS is Jungkook. Damn. It is over. Is Jungkook. Is it over for me because I cannot compare to him. So did that because low-key it was funny. But then that one post did pop off. Oh fuck! It popped off. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, and people were liking it and commenting it. And one of them was the girl one of them was a girl tagging the girl I like, saying, "You should confess to her, cause she has no chance with Jungkook." Okay? God. Facebook groups, and especially in a school setting, that's pretty small, right? Okay, anyways, long story short, I told her that that post was me. You did? And yeah, she was not interested at all. Oh no! Yikers! Wait, one of my friends is Yikers! Yikers! Writing this down and reliving the memories is making me cringe, bruh! No! Damn! Oh my god. I think I'm emotionally scarred from listening to from reading that. That do be back kind of cringe. Yikers! Bonkers! Chad, thanks for letting me vent my feelings, Riko. Thanks for the content. Literally, that's me right now. Oh no, that's so sad. But you know what? I also will commend you for, like, telling your feelings to that person. You know, like, you can still confess. I feel like it's like, if anybody is able to confess their feelings in this type of situation, like, they deserve all the respect, you know? Instead of trying to just dwell on and, you know, romanticizing that, like, a relationship could have happened, but you never get to tell your feelings. So, man. Okay, next one! Back in high school, we got to choose to do community college courses during the summer to transfer once we got to college, okay? One of my friends lived along my drive to the college, and she didn't have her own car, so we decided that we carpool since it just made sense. No! Not one of these! At least you don't have to waste your time no more. Exactly. Not one of these! This is like a setup! It's always one of these when you like spend time with each other. Like, especially car rides. Damn. Okay, anyways. Her and I mesh so well. And at least from my perspective, okay, getting to interact with her every day and her initiating conversation made my puppy love grow more and more. No! I feel like everybody has like felt this before, no? No? Yeah, at least, oh, I got a thing, no more, okay, anyways. Okay. It was to the point that when she hosted a friend gathering at her place, I ended up helping her in the kitchen, and people teased us for being so parental together and making sure everyone was accommodated. Even your friends even shipped you two together. Oh no. I don't like where this is going. Me neither. Even the friends even like shipped up. Okay, go on. Fast forward to the end of the summer. The courses are about to end with a 2-week buffer between them, and high school starting back up. I did not think that these were going to be serious. I feel so bad about mine now. Oh, don't worry about it. We need to have like different mixes, you know what I mean? Okay, anyways. As we say our goodbyes until the semester starts, I resolved to ask her out since it's the farthest one of my many crushes has ever developed. I worked up the courage. I walk into school. I don't remember the precise moment. I just remember the devastation at finding out that in those 2 weeks, she's got a boyfriend! Damn! Okay, you know what? I'm always gonna be by your side. I'm always gonna side with you guys. This girl a hoe! This girl a hoe! This girl's a hoe! What the fuck? Your friends even shipped you two together! And how the hell did she get a boyfriend within 2 weeks? That's crazy! The fuck? The fuck is all this? The fuck is all this? What the fuck? I can't believe this just happened. Huh. I just can't. The fuck? Huh? Okay, anyways. I completely forgot this stream was happening, so I jump scared to redirect. Hi, welcome in. Belongs in the streets. That means Rijo loves us. I love you guys. You miss all shots not taken. Anywho. Next one. I eventually met him at her place at another friend's gathering. He was chill and older. Just a couple years co-workers of hers. As much as I wanted to hate him, I couldn't! Fuck! He's a good person! Fuck! No! That girl's so hoe. Older too. That's kinda cringe. That's not cringe. That's kinda sus though, but he was chill though. My god. I eventually asked her what would have happened if I asked her out, which is totally a question that could have gone wrong or had any weird connotations depending on the answer, since she was still with him. And she replied that I was more like a sibling to her. Oh my god, you got bro zoned! You got bro zoned! Oh no. Oh my god, this is so much. Oh, I got bro zoned. Back it up, bro. He's done. He's got the showed up treatment. No, I don't even know if he's a showed up. Anyways, still, I don't regret being her friend, nor did I stop being her friend after that. It'd be kind of disingenuous if I just did. I just wish I asked sooner. Truly, that was a moment of the one that got away. I hope that the person who wrote that, is like has actually moved on from that too. I wish that you guys wrote something like, oh, I moved on, I'm happy, and all that type of stuff. Man, it's okay. That girl, ho. You are just like a little sister to me, Riko. Oh no, I've been zoned. Thank you for the survive. Oh no. Well, now you've been adopted by her. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, next one. Okay, so a little preamble is that I actually met this girl while staying at a bakery in Striderland. Oh? So this has to be Strider, okay. And I actually got her number one of the times I was staying there, even though she gave off a weird vibe and smelled a bit. Smelled a bit? สารภาพว่าสำหรับผมคุณเป็นได้แค่พี่สาว No, I literally got cis zoned again in time. Okay, I started to message them and we actually hit it off. Okay, weird vibes, but smelled a bit, but hit it off. Okay, this is literally like mixed feelings right here. Okay, mostly about hobbies and interests or whatever. After some time, we decided to meet up at a local park and maybe hike depending on what we feel, if we feel like it. I got there maybe around 10 a.m. and while I was sitting at a park bench and waiting for them, a bear with a yellow beret on its ear sat next to me and started yapping. What is that? What are the fanfics? I don't remember any of this. What the fuck? I guess I would be yapping in its own language, but for me it was constantly roaring and moving its paws around. It just kept yapping for what it felt like hours, and I checked my phone to see at least if an hour has actually passed. I was starting to get worried waiting for the girl I was supposed to be, but she didn't show any time. I tried to leave. It just gave me a weird look and started getting up, and I sit back down. After what felt like days of constant yapping, the year looked satisfied and left at this point, and it was night, probably around 11 p.m. So I decided to go home. I just tried to sleep it off what happened, and with enough time I eventually fell asleep. The morning after, I tried messaging the girl but get no replies, and sometimes when I went to the bakery I'd never see her either. It was mad weird. Am I your trauma? This is a true horror story. Am I your trauma? That was actually a nice like breather from all the heavy stuff we've read so far. I can't believe it just happened. Oh, you guys are just so silly. Okay, anyways, next one. Thank you for that, Strider. Okay, not my story, but happened to two friends of mine. I don't know if we're allowed to say which one is ours, but I can say that mine has been read and I have moved on. So there's your closure, Riko. Thank you. You know what I think about it is that you sound like a bakery girly. Excuse me? You probably shouldn't take them anymore, not gonna lie. Was this a phantom girlfriend? I have no idea. And the bakery was destroyed in the 1930s. It's crazy. The bakery has been around that long, huh, guys? Anyways. Okay, not my story, but happened to two friends of mine at school, and it involved the same guy. This guy and a girl I was friends with started dating, okay? She seemed happy as it was her first steady relationship, but they broke up a while later. She hinted things turned bad, but didn't want to talk about it. A while later, the guy has a meltdown in front of everyone. Okay, what type of meltdown? Like, what type of Menhera episode are we thinking of? You know? Chat, take a shot whenever high school is mentioned. Hi, welcome in. Okay, this other girl that we both knew was accused by this guy of deceiving him and tempting him with false hope, leading him on. He just went on an unhinged rant of accusations and verbal abuse. As far as we knew, she had never expressed any interest in him, and the desire was all from his end. Not sure if this was a factor, but he was a white guy and both girls were Asian. Okay, this guy has yellow fever. This guy has yellow fever. Okay, go on. Huh. Okay, so it was only this story right here. Menhera or Delulu? Damn. So the story of this is that this guy had a Menhera episode because his Oriental flowers didn't want him. Got it. Did he die? Oh my god. Okay, next one. Okay. When I was in high school, another one. I think Boggy's gonna be super drunk after this. Okay, when I was in high school, I went on a date with a boy to watch American Sniper. He wanted to pick a boring movie so that we could make out. But so invested in the story that I ended up ignoring him the whole movie and was totally glued to the screen. It was a genuinely good movie, and I never went out with that guy ever again. Wonder what he's doing now. That's crazy. That's crazy. To be fair, it's a cool movie. I do agree. It's so funny though. Can you imagine, like, this guy, she's thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be making out with my honey, and then all of a sudden, like, your honey is just so glued to the screen, and after that, she didn't even want a second date with you because she was like, you thought this movie was boring? This was an amazing movie. For that, I dump you. I have a lot of war movies. Hit me up. That's so funny. Okay, next one. I dated someone in high school, and then they came out gay. What a way to start this. I dated another person in high school, and they also came out gay. On the same day, someone asked me out. Now we're gay. Yeah! I love this! Happy Pride! We gay, bruh. I don't know who submitted this story, but sure sounds handsome. We're all gay now. That's so funny. I like that. Okay. But that's not much trauma though. But anywho, next one. Okay. Slay! Not going into the finer details, but to summarize, after a month of intimate interactions, later found out that she already has a boyfriend! NTR! Not the fucking NTR! I was just a side dude! Story gets worse though! Found out that my close friend was also a side dude too! Yikes! Not digging any deeper. 3 guys were involved is already insane enough. She played us like fiddles. She played all 3 of your guys' She fiddled your diddles! All of you guys! She fiddled all your diddles! That's crazy! You need to get tested after that! Anywho, out of this mess now, friendship dynamics for the involved people changed. Oh god, I don't know. I feel like, wouldn't that be like a trauma bonding moment though, guys? Wouldn't that be a trauma bond moment? Like, hey, oh my god, we got played by the same girl. Right? NTR isn't just in manga. I told my story was scary. If you have homophobia. Oh, that was your story? I see. At least he didn't walk in on her mid-act with another guy. Trauma bonding. And it was, yeah, that's true. Anywho.
Bozo.
Hey, Bozo. Thank you. Thank you for being a member for 33 months, True Moon. Oh, damn. Look at the 33 months on the Valentine's too. Much love to you and the community. Everyone's stories are so relatable. I like how we're trauma bonding together, guys. Just hope that the trauma bonding don't end up gay. Who knows? Okay. Anywho, in hindsight, should have steered clear of her advances, no matter how persistent she was. The red flags and signs were obvious, but I looked past the doubts and suspicions. I was a fool. All in the past now. Lessons to learn from this. When you feel thirsty, remind yourself that having no drinks is still better than having a poison drink. Bro, that was very poetic. That last sentence was so poetic. Damn. Wow. Thanks for reading my off-kai heartbreak story. No problem. Thank you so much for submission. Arigato. That's a funny quote. I know, right? I learned. Okay. Next, should we know exactly why you accept her advances? It's okay. He just wanted that ass, you know? But then he didn't realize that there was 3 asses that were being tapped at the same time. Okay, next one. Title. The incel, the bitch, and the wheelchair. Oh, this has to be Coda. Nothing like a heartbreak to turn one person into a philosopher. I mentally prepping myself for this title. Okay. You can probably figure out who this is because of the title, but oh well, Lamau. A friend introduced me to his group. They consisted of 4 guys. 1 girl. 4 guys, 1 girl. That sounds like a casting couch moment. I'm sorry. Anyways, this girl we'll call N caught my attention cause she liked a lot of the same things as me. She liked my dark humor and laughed at all my jokes. She had a cute voice and she was really attractive brunette from the pictures she shared. After being in that group for 2 weeks, I teased her a lot and her reactions were always cute. The way she laughed was so playful. N is a nurse, so the group always joked around and called her my nurse. She sometimes would dote on me often, which made me happy. You know, the stereotype where a disabled guy dates a nurse. Yeah, I became the stereotype. Lamau. Ooh, he's part of it. Part of the stereotype. Nurse run. Is that like a red flag? Nurses? Layla's a nurse too. Okay. Normally, I'm shy, and I always hid my feelings when it comes to liking someone. This time was different though. I felt brave and confident. All the compliments she gave me and all the times she laughed at my lame jokes, it made me feel special. I told her that I was really into her and wanted to date her. Damn. Ooh, I'm happy that you actually like went out of your way to tell her your feelings. That's respectful. Okay, anyways. She rejected me nicely and said she just wants to be friends. I didn't give up on N, so I kept trying. Oh my god. No, he did not take no for an answer, okay? I didn't keep confessing or anything. I just kept spending time with her. Eventually, we get a lot closer to the point where we just call each other alone. And then we aren't in call, we are usually texting. Each day, the times we got later and later. And here's where things change. Usually, I was the one flirting a lot. Always saying how cute or hot she looked in her clothes. Always reminding her how into her I am. I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, I don't know this convo when exactly. But let's just say she started flirting with me in DMs and says something crazy. How would you feel? How would feel with me bouncing on that dick? Crazy style. Crazy style. She wanted to bounce on it. Bounce on it. Crazy style. Crazy style. Oh my god. Huh? I'm not gonna say what I said, but basically we sexted. I talked to her about it the next day. That's when she said she started to have feelings for me. Man, was I happy. Happy ending? No, of course not. It was more like a death sentence! You see, chat? I forgot to mention one thing. N is a girl all the homies tell you not to go for. They warned me because they knew her more than I did. Oh no, not the homies trying to tell you don't do it. Oh my god, she was a... Okay, she said she was kind of a mess. A Midhara, if you will. Don't be like me, chat. Oh my god, this is a cautionary story. Oh my god. Listen to them. Here's where the incel comes in. Oh my god, I totally forgot about the incel bar. This is so... She's a red flag, but you're playing capture the flag. Oh god. They knew because they took turns and just knew. Oh god. Rutro Raggy. Let's call him D for dumbass. N was invited to my friend's Discord server where D hung out. Bestie wanted to get to know her and was excited for another girl to befriend. N wanted to show Bestie a picture and D saw it. D says, "Holy shit, you're so fucking hot and sexy." He said more, but I don't really remember. And didn't like that, so I said that was my girlfriend. Doesn't really appreciate that, and his brain melted. D was a kind of guy to assume that all matters of looks. He never considered that his obvious desperation was creepy. How? Even the guy in the wheelchair gets a girlfriend before me. This is horrible. Where are these discords? You want to join in, Boggy? You would expect me to get mad, right? No, that made me smile so damn hard. I basically proved that being disabled doesn't mean I'll never date. Exactly. I made him question himself for once, and it was very satisfying. I like that. Yeah, you show him, bro. He was really annoying, so N didn't go to that server too often. To be honest, he wasn't really a part of the story. I just wanted to include that incident. Wait, is this an ego boost for you? Okay. Besides the point. He just wanted the ego boost. Okay. For 2 months, the relationship went really well. That is until we joined a public Discord server. Here comes the new challenger. We make some new friends, and one in particular started to be a problem. His name will be AB. Humble brag, literally. AB loved to play FPS games, something I'm really bad at. The game is PUBG. Oh god, not PUBG. Ryan, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're reading chat's trauma stories. Hi, Ryan. KonKuma Yaho Kumae Riko desu. I might look like a bear, but I'm not a bear VTuber. And today we're reading viewer submissions for their failed relationships. Welcome in. And also, happy late Valentine's Day. Welcome. Noseless night raid. Noseless? She's not noseless. She has a nose. That's a lie. She is a bear. No, I'm not a bear. Failed love. You just missed the scariest short of I have a heterochromia. What? Hi, Auntie Riko. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in, nephew. Why am I auntie though? Anyways, okay. Ryan Raid, welcome in. What you guys do today, guys? Were you playing some sort of Dark Soul game? Were you playing Minecraft? Have a good stream. Thank you. For those who don't know who Ryan is, please check her channel out. She plays hardcore games, unlike me. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Okay. You're a pretty auntie though, not gonna lie. Hey, I was playing Resident Evil 4. Oh, nice. Are you almost done? OG Resident Evil 4, where she was totally normal and not freaky. She was freaky deaky? Damn, girl. You were freaky deaky in front of your own chat. That's crazy. Let's see. So right now we're reading a story, the submission about a wheelchair user, a disabled guy, and he has a Menhera nurse ex-girlfriend. Yeah. Let me cheat on you real quick. Riko, checking on Ryan's channel. Come back to me. Okay, anywho. Okay, his name is AB. AB loved to play FPS games, something I'm really bad at. The game is PUBG, and he bought the game for N, so we played with him. I made us lose an easy win, and they both got a little annoyed. What? What? This is it's just a game though. I got annoyed too, and I just watched them play. They started hanging out a lot, and I got a little worried. I talked to her about it, and she assured me that they just hang out and game. AB DMs me after saying he's just trying to be a good friend. He's not after her. He bought a lot of things for her. He even offered to buy her a plane ticket to my city. What a nice guy! Too nice. I felt like shit because I don't make much money, so I felt inadequate. No, King. No, King. You are adequate. During this relationship, I was struggling with a depression, so I started taking meds. These meds were way too high of a dose, which caused emotional blunting. Anne's cat died at the same time that I was going through the emotion. Just words. I sounded uncaring and sarcastic. She's aware of my new meds. I even told her that I might act different beforehand. My reaction hurt her a lot. Understandable. Oh, not the lol. not the lol. That's crazy. So she ignored and talked to a different guy. Then compared me to him. Now, this is something that happened a lot. Comparing me to other guys was a thing she would do often, which is partly why I felt shitty about AB buying N so many things. Bro, she a hoe. She a hoe for accepting these gifts, you know? Damn. The relationship became really toxic. I was an insecure mess, and N would flirt with AB a lot, while I'm right there too. We talked about our relationship late at night, and there was a comment she said that really messed me up. If you weren't disabled, maybe I could love you. The fuck is this? What the fuck? Banishment! Feed her to the alligators! A whore! The fuck? Oh my god! Let us talk to her. Well, I oughta. Give me. Come here, girl. I'm gonna slap you in the face. How could you do this to our guy? That's horrible! It all went downhill from there. I was pretty much done. Like you should. This was mean of me. I broke up with her while she was on break at her new nursing job. Some quote-unquote friends we made in the server gave me shit for it, and most were on her side. No! No! Did they know what she said to you? Dump your friends. Fuck your friends. What the fuck? I did something dumb and made an extra account on Discord. I was regretting breaking up with her, which was stupid, and wanted to know how she was doing. The whole server was celebrating that I was gone! Kuma Pons. Let's bring out our pitchforks. We riot! The fuck is this? The fuck is that? Oh my god! That's horrible! What the fuck? We riot, guys. Okay, guys. He's now gone. Now. Yay! N and AB can tell everyone now. Let's start a riot. A riot! That's right. You can probably guess what happened. N immediately got together with AB. Ignore the warnings the bros give you. Oh, actually, wait, I skipped. Okay, now that he's gone now, yay, N and AB can tell everyone now. That's right, you can probably guess what happened. N immediately got together with AB 23 days after we broke up. It was crazy to me. She cried so much when we broke up. Lesson learned. Never ignore the warnings the bros give you. I wasn't a great boyfriend, but the comment was so ableist. Worst experience with romance I ever experienced. Oh, 2 to 3 days. Oh, it was 2 to 3 days after breaking up. That's even worse. Banishment. Banishment. We feed her to the crocodiles, guys. Both N and AB. 2 to 3 days is fucking crazy. I hope that this girl steps on a Lego piece every day for the rest of her life. I hope that every time she buys bread from the store, it's stale. I hope that every time she buys cereal, it's stale as well. I hope that every time she buys something at buys food, it's somehow moldy. How dare they do this to our guy? What the hell? I'll deal with N personally, from a nurse to another one. Yeah. Use that biological warfare, girl. Chat. Put her into a fist of the North Star basketball combo. In Minecraft, of course. Honestly, he dodged a bullet, but it took her 3 days to immediately hook up again. You know, a hoe will always be a hoe, guys. You know, whoever this guy is, drinks out for you, brother. Damn. Okay. Thank you for the story, Coda. That was horrible. I didn't have a great experience dating a nurse either. Oh my god. This is nurse trauma, I see. Okay. When I was 28, my 34-year-old sister once called me up and tell me her friend's 35 younger sister was in town and coming over for a party. I went over. My sister introduced me to her. The girl mentioned she is on summer break. I asked which school. She named a high school. Thanks, sister. That was short. Damn. Apparently common for nurses to cheat. Is it really? Oh my god. Okay, next one. Damn, that was a short story. That's crazy. Whoever that was, good job avoiding a charge, right? Literally. Near the end of high school, I had met a beautiful young woman from Europe. Maybe the prettiest I've ever known. Before long, we became inseparable. A European babe? Damn, this is juicy already. Knowing each other's thoughts and feelings intuitively.
Yaho!
Oh, Yaho, thank you for the subscription. It was if we stopped being two people and instead became one. Whoa. You guys merged into one thing? That's crazy. Okay, anyways. We had arranged for me to spend time with her, meeting her family in Europe. I was almost adopted by her parents, who adored me as much as I adored them. A European princess. Wait, is this like a 90-day fiance type of thing? Does she want a green card? Assuming that you're from the US? Anyways, we would play house while taking care of her nephews together. I became remarkably attached to the two, as if they were my own children, helping them learn with games and writing. Eventually, I had to leave, but before then, we went to a little store and selected 2 matching silver rings. Damn, that's serious! You're buying rings already? One for her and one for me. We talked about marriage and what kind of ceremony we would plan. With many tears, we said our goodbyes, knowing we would someday be together again. Damn, this sounds cute though, but I don't know. I feel like years of watching 90 Day Fiancé. This is a red flag. Then COVID happened. Dun dun dun! All visas and travel between our countries were suspended. And we could no longer fly to be together. Month after month, dragging on. Mina! I'm sorry. My OBS died. It was getting so juicy. 1 second, guys. I have to like restart this. My OBS died for a second. We're back. My OBS died for a hot second. That was crazy. It was getting so juicy, guys. Juicy all together. Stop at the month after month, right? Wait, give me a second. I need to redo my doc. Okay. Okay, we're back. Awesome. Okay, I can read your guys' chats now. Okay. Hi. We back. We're so back, guys. Okay, I'll put on new music. Hello, welcome. Okay. Are we back? We're so back, guys. We're so back. That was crazy. It just literally gave me like a white text saying an error occurred and then blam. Okay, go from the start of the paragraph. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Do you want me to do from the very beginning? Okay, I'm gonna reread this story again. Okay. Near the end of high school, I met a beautiful young woman from Europe, maybe the prettiest I've ever known. Before long, we became inseparable, thinking knowingly each other's thoughts and feelings intuitively, and it was as if we stopped being two people and instead became one. Okay, we had arranged for me to spend time with her, meeting her family in Europe, and I was almost adopted by her parents, who adored me as much as I adored them. We would play house while taking care of her nephews together. I became remarkably attached to the two, and as if they were my own children, helping them learn with games and writing. Eventually, I had to leave, but before then, we went to a little store and selected 2 matching silver rings, and one of them for her and one for me. And we started talking about marriage and what kind of ceremonies we would plan. With many tears, and we said our goodbyes, knowing that we would someday be together again. Okay, next thing. Riko, speed reading. I'm sorry. Okay. Then COVID happened. All visas and travel between our countries were suspended, and we could no longer fly to be together. Month after month dragged on. She slowly became despondent. The person I love was cutting herself off from me emotionally. I tried everything I could do to cheer her up, but nothing worked. Eventually, it became more than a year apart, with no end in sight to our separation. We would have been married already had our plans had not been interrupted. Oh God. Eventually, she told me it wouldn't work. She couldn't see a path anymore for us to be together. No! That she was in pain. I knew it would happen, but it hurt immediately. I stopped eating for the better part of 2 weeks? Oh my God, you stopped eating for 2 weeks? Oh my God. I hope you're okay now. Losing tens of pounds. I blamed myself for not doing more, not having acted before we were separated. She would call me to make sure I was okay. Much like I had called her to check in. Months later, she was still keeping in contact, but I decided it was best we stopped talking. I loved her. Oh, this is so sad. I still I still love her more than I've ever loved another soul, but I was unable to heal from having half my mind and heart ripped away as long as we continued. Even so, for years after, our families would send Christmas cards. Her father, her mother, her brother, all people I miss and care for deeply even now. It has taken around 5 years for me to finally recover. Though I wish it had been sooner. Oh, damn. Long distance. Oh man, that's so sad. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Oh, man. You thought you were going to be together forever, and then it just, the distance was too much. Sounds like you gave up. I think she gave up first, no? That's how it was supposed to be. That's how it's, like, he was still, this person seemed like they were still like willing to go on, but then she cut it off first, no? I mean, COVID over, but it couldn't survive the winter. Shame. Yeah, this reminds me of the recent Dragon Ball Z short I saw. It was Chi-Chi telling Gohan and Goten that Goku is going to visit them again after being dead for 7 years. That was so messed up with Toriyama doing that. Is it Toriyama? Right? Yeah. One of the pitfalls of long distance relations. Hope they're well. I hope they're well too. I really thought this was a green card situation, but it wasn't. It was just a long distance relationship type of situation. Okay. Who formerly trained in the military and can kill me in 1,000 ways out of boredom. And she have several times. Don't get me started when she's angry. She might be small and cute, but that's cuteness of hers. Literally. This has to be Layla's husband. This has to be Layla's husband. Nice. That means Layla's thing is around here somewhere. Next one. Several years ago, I was enrolled in university. I was asked by a female colleague for help in our communication course. Yeah, I'm bonking him. Yeah, kill him right now. I tried to keep it simple, but she asked if I could help her study after class. Ooh, after class studying? Ooh, I thought we were going to the library, but she took me to the dormitories. Ew! She was a modest-looking woman with blonde hair and a slim figure, so I was surprised that she took me to her place. Wow, description. I wanted to keep it professional and I avoid any mischief. So I kept my mind blank and helped her study what we covered. This became a reoccurring thing where she would invite me into her dorm room and I would help her study, and eventually she would let me visit to use the indoor gym for housing students. Why does this sound like an oblivious like protagonist? I even helped her with her laundry, but I didn't really have any feelings for her. I just liked the peace and quiet environment. Suddenly, she started giving me little hints that she might like me, so I tested the water by offering her back massages. What in the fanfic is this? I basically used the opportunity to practice my massaging technique, but I never went any lower than her hips or between her thighs! What is this? This is an anime plot! I even gave her a foot massage! Which I regretted, but used the experience to massage my own feet. What? You could just, what? During this whole time, she made it clear that she doesn't want any romantic relationship and wants to keep it platonic. So I got this new anime. I understood it. I kept everything mutually platonic. Isn't it? Is it platonic or platonic? Anyways, what disturbed me is that after we spent a month together, she kept dropping stronger hints like staying overnight, eating together, even though she skips meals, and going on little walk dates. Yeah, it is platonic, right? I was so confused if she really wanted to keep things platonic. She kept saying that she wanted to keep it platonic. I almost wanted to ask if she wanted sex because she kept inviting me over and said I could use her shower. It's like, I don't really like her, but she keeps on sending me hints. So maybe I could probably tap that ass. That's what I'm getting from this. Interesting. I didn't ask her that. The mixed signals were a big red flag, and I found out she's also homophobic when she stormed out of the student lounge because there were two other women she assumed were a lesbian couple. Oh yeah, oh god. At the very least, I was lucky enough to use a secluded indoor gym, a fancy student dining hall, and relaxing lounge, even though it caused my overall grade to drop in the second semester. What is this? So the takeaway was that this guy really enjoyed the amenities of the the school. That's so funny. Damn. Okay. Well, you like the amenities so much that your grades dropped. That's crazy. Okay. Next one. This is a cautionary tale. When I was in college, I was part of the backstage crew for many performing art clubs. There was a cute girl who I got paired up a lot, and we started to hit it off. Eventually, she asked me what sort of fandoms I was into. I said, type, moon, fate stay, night, okay, FGO, etc. She seemed intrigued and asked me to explain what fate was about. Okay. Cue me going on an hour and a half tangent in Discord VC. Oh god, he went acoustic. He had an acoustic time. Okay, accompanied with images and screenshot to explain timelines, gender bends, and historical rabbit hole. What is this? He had a fucking like college lecture for this girl. Okay. It never really worked out. Moral of the story: read the room. Never reveal your power level unless you are already in a committed relationship. How do we feel about this chat? That's hard. Even Fate fans can't explain Fate. bro pulled out the 5-hour Warhammer 40k lore presentation. And the girl didn't appreciate it. That's how you explain Fate series, Riko. So. Okay. Okay, next one. When I was an e-boy League player phase, I started talking to this girl we call B on Twitter. B would always complain to me about her ex-boyfriend and how shitty he was, so my dumbass self thought maybe I had a chance. The bar was so low. What could go wrong? She could tell me a lot of things, even about sexual things. B told me she had a collar and leash, and not the kind you put on a dog. Bro, this is I'm reading an e-boy and e-girl fanfic right now, huh? After a month of talking, I figured I'd bring her into my friend group. B always talked to me about never having friends to chill with. I haven't really heard her talk yet, by the way. I heard her say a couple words, but that's it. At first, she got along with everyone. The girls in the group liked her a lot. This is where a guy we'll call W comes in. Us three would sometimes hang out in a call and just talk about random shit. W is kind of a guy who talked about his sex life way too much. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's a struggle being so big. Most people can't handle me. I've had sex with a girl and sent the video to her sister to piss her off. That's the kind of shit he'd say all the time. W bragged about his dick size. His dick size is, and B was like, how much does a girl have to take to get all of it in? Oh God. W takes out a picture of his 9-inch rainbow dildo and says, about this much. What? About this much? B replied with, I could easily take all that. It was awkward for me because I started to notice what kind of person she was. A few days later, I got a DM from W saying thanks, and I was confused. W and B end up getting together and vanishing from the friend group. Apparently, W pretended to be black and just wanted to say the N-word without repercussions. B was also flirting with every guy in the server, which annoyed them all. I was basically used as a way for B to meet guys. Now that I think about it, isn't this basically an NTR plot? I guess he said thanks because he got a girlfriend. Anyways, I find out recently that they go to orgy parties. Thank God B never tried to date me. Girl is crazy. Oh my God. They're both... You basically became Cupid. They basically match each other's freak. I think this is a W story. Think about it. They're still together, they're happy, and they're just freaking it out still. Whoa. A whole generation should change the thing. They just freak it out. Riko, is there anyone here normal after this? I have no idea. We'll find out. Okay. Years ago, I used to flirt on Tumblr. Oh God, not Tumblr. when it was popular, and I met a girl who was a kid who was wild. I think I was 18, and we sent a lot of spicy messages whenever we were online. Oh my god. I remember Tumblr. Tumblr was one of those, like, it was always like really, you know, it's either you found a niche on posts you like, or like really aesthetic things about like hipsters, or you see like posts of like relationships, and then some of these pictures would be like, you know, like smutty type of photos, and then it would be like, oh, this is the type of relationship I want to be in, that type of thing. Okay, anyways, one day she told me that she had an abusive boyfriend who was going to send her nudes to everyone in her school. She asked me for help. I had to immediately ask her how old she was, because that sounded so off, and she told me that she was 16. I panicked on what to do, but I felt like I was already too deep to ignore, so I tried to at least give her some advice, and she kept saying that she already did the stuff that was already too late to undo. After the mild heart attack, she flat out said that she was playing around and wanted to see how I would react. The fuck is this girl? To make this more unbelievable, she said she's been bullying her neighbor into becoming her submissive sex toy. I'm having a brain aneurysm reading this. I'm having a brain aneurysm reading this. I just played it off, and it was a prank. But she introduced her. But when she introduced her and took turns talking back and forth, I didn't know if she was corrupting someone else, or if she wanted to pull another sick joke. Eventually, she deleted her account because she had a pregnancy scare and almost got kicked out of her home for not properly taking care of her living space. But her neighbor that she corrupted said she'd keep her updated on life, which has only lasted like a year. I never heard anything back from any of them, and to this day I have no idea if she was joking about corrupting her neighbor into being her sex toy or not. The hell just happened? Oh my god. Chat, have you ever had, not something to this degree, but like, have you ever had like a thing where you were so invested with some stranger on the internet? Actually, I shouldn't be asking this. Never mind. But they're like, yeah, she had enough. Anyways, greetings, my lady. I come with dating horror stories. Should I be saying this in a Discord mod voice? Greetings, my lady. I come with dating horror stories. Oh. It was high school, and I was going on my way, walking in the entrance. Red bean paste. I was startled. Tips Fedora. I turned to find a girl mumbling at the side of the entrance gate, bewildered. I continued to walk to the school, and later that day I happened to stumble upon her eating alone outside. Apparently she had to repeat a year due to her illness that forbade her from getting the right amount of attendance. Days passed by, and I regularly eat lunch with her. For a person who's always alone, she's easy to talk to. Please read normally. Okay. Okay. Not to mention how pretty she is. It wrinkled my brain thinking about it. One of her dreams was to open up a theater club. She thought that by doing so, more people would befriend her, as in her mind, it's the hip social thing people do. Can't tell if this is an anime pro tag voice or her cell phone voice. Riko, how many brain cells died tonight? I have only one left, and then, oh, I thought you only had one to begin. As a gentleman myself, I volunteered to help her get more members and open up a club. Seeing how pretty she is, I thought I might get a shot winning her heart. Fast forward a couple months, and we've actually managed to finish a theatrical play. Wow, that's crazy. Everyone was ecstatic. She did so well with the play, although the part where she started crying at the start wasn't really worth mentioning. Nevertheless, she pulled through and made a comeback. Seeing as how happy she is, I pulled up my big boy pants and confessed her in the club room. After a year or so, reality hit me. I didn't have a proper income, had to live in a dingy apartment, and was working the usual 9 to 5 as an electrician. The only way I managed to live through this shithole was by thinking of my newlywed wife, the girl I confessed to. Considering I had to work harder for the upcoming baby, I had to get my grip together. Wait, what? 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 That jumped so quickly. Baby? Yo, but electricians actually make bank though. They do. I've never heard of a poor electrician in my life. Sad horror spoiler ahead. Like actual spoilers. It was winter. The snow was heavy. We couldn't go to the hospital, so we had to deliver the baby at home. I didn't think this through. I didn't expect it to happen that day. I had to grip her hand for God knows how long she kept fainting, only to come back from the pain she had endured. 7 hours passed and we got a healthy baby girl. I was able to hold her. Wait, this feels familiar! Hug her in my arms, and she was kicking and wailing like a maniac. I tried showing my wife our child, but alas, she never woke up after fainting this time. I had to leave my daughter for 5 years with my wife's parents. Convinced my grief and brokenness would only harm her, I thought I was unfit to be her father. Yet, when I returned, she still wanted to be with her papa. To my dearly departed wife, I finally found the precious thing that I wanted to protect. This has to be Clanman, isn't it? Then tragedy struck again. Another winter. Our daughter suddenly fell ill. With the same sickness as her mother, and became bedridden for months. I quit my job to care for her, feeding her, bathing her, and dressing her, doing things that she could normally do before. It was gut-wrenching. One day, she pleaded to go outside with me and saying it had to be now or never. Being the irresponsible dad I am, I took her outside in the nearby, and it didn't matter. She fell anyway. I held her in my arms, saying how much I loved her over and over again. Now she may rest in peace in my embrace. That's pretty much it. Go watch all of Conan. Yours truly, Joe Okazaki Candice. tango, 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 tango. I've been bamboozled. Oh my god. Kind of wild the fictional story ain't as engaging as the real one. Okay, this might be tame compared to some of the stories you've received. Maybe it's a cute enough story to cleanse your palate of whatever horrors you just read. Hopefully. Back in high school, I was talking with a girl who already knew I liked her. She invited me to a New Year's party at her place with a bunch of friends, and she sat next to me on the couch while we were watching a movie. At some point, she asked me to help brush her hair. I had zero idea what I was doing. Ow. And she gave up on that pretty quick. We spent the rest of the night sitting next to each other, and nothing else of that note happened. Yeah, looking back, I fumbled hard, and that wasn't even the only time with her. Aww. Puppy love. Aww. Aww. I feel like everybody in chat has always, like, at least you had that one person in high school you really liked, huh? No? But it never happened. Damn. To be honest, that was a palate cleanser. Okay, next one. One of my first major relationships involved someone I considered to be my best friend. Since 6th grade, we started dating in the summer of our junior year, heading into our senior year of high school. We knew effectively everything about each other. After grown up just down the street from each other, since I first moved into my hometown, I knew everyone in her immediate family and many of her extended family, and vice versa. By then, our two families were intertwined, with me being in the point of contact. Our extended friend group we shared, and our neighbors knew everyone. We met weekly for a weekend trap shooting league where her father and I were on a team, and her uncle with her uncle and our neighbor. Damn, this is like really close. We occasionally find a fifth person who needed to find a team to shoot with, so we got to know a great many people. By the time college came around, that's where the drama really began. Oh no. So like childhood friends gone wrong? I moved up north by about 5 hours to attend school in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan with my best friend, leaving her at home since she didn't feel college was the path for her. Things quickly began to spiral out of control when her mother had a mental break and held the family at loaded gunpoint. What? Oh my god, that's crazy. Threatening everyone that they wouldn't leave her, and if they did, she'd take them all with her. Genuinely traumatic shit. Of course. This is the locus of our problems. She slowly lost all of her immediate friends to various dramas, including theft and Heartbreak pass. Oh my god, this is so deep. With her only friend and significant other being me, and me being up north going to college, she began to stranglehold our relationship, gaslighting everyone I did and everything I believed to make me the cause of all of her problems. Desperate to get out, I asked her to reach out and try to make friends, so she had to take her mind off things while I focus on studies and making my own extended friend group. Unfortunately, this happened, and at 19 years old, she became friends with a 27-year-old felon who had been dishonorably discharged from the Marines of all branches. It's getting worse. This slid fast from here. He made moves and passes, pushing her over the edge into cheating multiple times in coming 6 months of my first college semester. I received phone calls of her apologizing for allowing him to fuck her or finger her or make out and blah blah blah. Oh my god! Bro needs a drink after all of this. Oh my god. Me being young and dumb and hardly 18, struggled to desperately hold the relationship together since they too were one of my only 2 remaining friends from high school. I would come home for holiday breaks and walk her to work. I walk her to and from work, and of course she started to escape her home by living with the guy she was cheating on me with. Oh my god. And eventually she had banned me from visiting her due to a cum stain they'd left on the bed sheet that they refused to clean up. Ew! I began to criticize both of them actively, like how this 27-year-old man didn't pay rent or contribute in any meaningful way to his friend's house where he was staying rent-free. Wash the damn sheets, right? Jesus Christ, I feel like a lot of y'all need group hug after this. We'll all hug each other. Choosing instead to invest $4,000 PC World of Warcraft and drink heavily. Damn, guy did have money. But he just wanted to play WoW. That's sad. Okay. And what a scum. Okay. By Christmas, everything was my fault. I was never there. I was never on time. I never had time for her, etc. Of course, it wasn't your fault. You had your own life too, though. It's not your fault. Of course, a cursory examination of the entire thing, she clearly at fault with this other waste of a biological matter as a catalyst for the problems. We'd spent most of our time arguing while she would gaslight every time I'd not respond within seconds of her text messages and calls while I was trying to spend time doing homework or with a new friend group. I laid into my neighbors, who were effectively my only trusted outlet due to them being in the core of our trap shooting league for over 4 years at this point. They recommended that I should call her and let her know how I feel and set boundaries for our friendship. As a relationship has clearly no longer possible, her only response to me was, "I don't want this relationship anymore," and hung up. There was no discussion to be had, no outlet for my frustrations that had been growing for over 6 months. There's more to the story, but we were no longer dating when she managed to tear down the trust between me and my neighbors, which left me literally nobody remaining in our hometown who knew or cared about me. None of this was your fault, though. You just went to school. Chat, we need to give this person a big hug. Oh, hugs to you. Oh, none of this was your fault. You were misunderstood. That's horrible. I hope you're okay now. Oh, I still have like 4 paragraphs more to tell because it just kept on going. This was your story? This was your story, true? Oh my god. Hugs for true. Hugs for true moon. Oh my god. Are you okay? Are you okay, bro? Okay. Our next one. I knew my husband. True story, it all happened. I'm so sorry that happened to you, bro. I knew my husband since I was 7, but before I married to him, I actually fell in love with another guy. Good looking, was very kind towards me, who have some disabilities. I was young and stupid. Every time he asked for money, I would just give it to him. Until one day, after 3 months of dating him, I saw him going out with another girl. Fuck this guy. Another hoe. Young me at the time thought that that girl was a relative to him or something, so I stalked him for hours. Yes, it took me an hour to realize that girl is his other girl. Oh my god. So when I confronted him, he just simply asked me for more money for him to spend with that girl with a wide grin on his face. What a scumbag! To the streets you go! That's horrible! At that time, I realized that I was used by him for my wealth. I should have known that he was too good to be true. As someone who can't speak, that disability of mine hits me harder than a plane. I can't speak out how angry, frustrated, sad, and broken I was. My actions doesn't speak that loud with a small size, so I just slap him with the money and left with tears. Oh, you slapped him with money. You know what? I like that. That was like a real... But still, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, it was a sad story. But what followed after that was the reason that sealed my heart for my husband. Sorry for the long one. Much love from a random nurse. Layla, I love you! You did not deserve to experience that. And now you can mess with your husband with different ways of how to kill it. And I think he likes it too. Yeah. Okay. At least she ends up with her childhood friend. Yeah, right? Okay. So, I was with my ex for about 2 years. Things weren't amazing towards the end. The type where you feel as if if she's growing colder. We had this friend group where almost everyone was coupled with. At the time, I honestly thought if anything went wrong, it was probably my fault since it was my first relationship. No. Then one day, out of nowhere, my ex tells me that she's breaking up with me. No warning, no dramatic fight. I was confused but figured, okay, maybe I messed up somehow. I didn't even know what I supposedly did. I was out here apologizing to the universe. Nobody! You didn't do anything wrong. Then rumors started. One of my friends actually called me and asked very casually, so did you cheat on her? I was like, excuse me, cheat? On who? When? With whom? I couldn't barely handle one relationship, and now I'm having secret relationships? No! This girl basically made a fake rumor. This has to be that she had another boyfriend or something. Didn't she? Turns out one of the friends in our lovely little couple friend group had told my ex that I was cheating on her with his girlfriend. Yes, his girlfriend. What? At that time, I had absolutely no idea this was happening behind the scenes. I was just there confused, emotionally messed up, wondering how I messed everything up. So, he made up a fake story that you had something with his girlfriend. So was he also tired of his girlfriend? Fast forward a few years later, guess who she married? No fucking way! Yep, the same guy who told her I was cheating. But hey, at least I found out I was apparently a cheater without ever leaving my house. The fuck? Oh my god. We need to give this guy a hug too. The fuck is this? Betrayal in the friend group. What the fuck? Oh my god. I hope you're okay now. Oh my god, that was crazy. That's actually actual manipulation right there. I went on a date with this to be kind, plain looking woman twice. That doesn't sound really nice for you to say that. I went on a date with this to be kind, plain looking woman twice. So you're saying she's ugly. Okay. A week after that, I get an email from my HOA asking for permission to add my wife to the Facebook group. What? Same woman except picture of her with her undisclosed kid? Another time, I went on a date with a short Asian woman who is 2 years older than me. At some point, she went to the bathroom. A middle-aged white woman came up to me and lectured me why I shouldn't date teenage girls, like we were both in our late 20s. My god. Well, okay, to be fair, Asian women look pretty young. We look pretty young until we reach menopause, and then poof, we look like an old lady. Damn. So there was like this one time, this one girl said hi, then I ran away. Smiley face. Okay. That was cute. Okay. Asians don't raisin exactly. You know, it's a good thing I'm single and I have 0 IRL friends. That's crazy. Okay. So I was on an escalator. I just standing, still waiting to get off, when suddenly I can hear footsteps from behind, only for it to stop right beside me. It was a girl I didn't know. I just stood there like a deer in headlights. So she was really pretty and she had a fancy dress on. A dress going on. There were more steps for her to walk down on, but she still stood there. When we got down, oh. What? Is this a ghost story? There was more steps for her to walk down, but she still stood there. Okay, when we got down, I just continued walking straight without ever looking to my side. Cause like, imagine what would have happened if I got the wrong idea. I just looked stupid and embarrassed myself. Does this mean that she likes me or something? I'm becoming one of those dance MC in a harem. Too vague. I don't think I don't think she liked you. That's too vague. That's too little information to know if the girl likes you or not. Interesting. I'm gonna refresh this one more time. I feel like there was another thing I didn't see. No, we're good. We're done. Damn, guys. All of you guys. You guys delivered. I thought I was gonna get like, you know, like not too crazy stories, but they were crazy. Riko, is the torture over? It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm gonna be honest. She's just waiting at the escalator. What? Why would she be waiting at the escalator? That's crazy. Damn. Well, what a time. Thanks for trauma dumping me. I truly feel like I know you guys a little bit better now. You guys are strong cookies right here, huh? Yeah. Very strong, very strong. Some of the injustices that you guys have like experienced, I feel like we should all band together and get our pitchforks and riot, because these people do not deserve to be walking. So my takeaway from all of this is that Reddit relationship horror stories are written by VTuber watchers. Wait, you're onto something, Jello. You're onto something. True, we should write. We should all write here, you know? My gosh, guys, that's crazy. Well, that was fun. What a way for me to experience Valentine's Day this year. You know what? My Valentine's this year was a bit tiring, but then reading these stories that you guys wrote to me was a different experience, and I had fun. So thank you for giving me your trauma for me to make content. Arigato! Wait, Riko, did the last story say that it took place at a convention? I have no idea. Is it bad that I'm over 30 and I still never had my first kiss? No, I think it's fine. Go. You know what? If you haven't gotten your first kiss yet, you should go get a smooch from your homies. That should be the right thing to do. The opposite of love is an excellent expression for this holiday. Oh, my Valentine's was crap. I got sick from the flu. Oh no. Happy Valentine's Day, Riko. How's the bear date? It was traumatizing. Just kidding, it wasn't traumatizing. A bit tiring. You had a date. Ooh. Riko, farmer of sorrows. Yeah, you better make how you traumatize me into the content. I don't have any homies. Chat, who wants to volunteer and give this guy a good smooch? Yeah? Well, after throughout all of that, the only thing that needed to be said is cheers. All happy belated Valentine's Day, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for spending time with me. Well, I guess that's it. I'm gonna eat now. And you guys should too, after experience all that emotional damage. Emotional damage. You volunteer? What? No, you're married. You're married. Don't. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you for coming, bro. Okay, I'm going to raid someone. But who do I want to raid? I'm gonna raid into... I'm gonna raid into... Yumemi? I think she's streaming right now. She has like a maid cafe happening. You guys, after listening to these sad stories, you can now watch a nice maid cafe happening. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night wherever you guys are at. Remember, don't do anything bad, naughty, or anything illegal. And I guess being single's okay. Oh, soon! Bye bye!